Hey guys, tonight we're diving into medieval kings had a secret to building castles, and it'll blow your mind. Forget everything Hollywood told you. This is the real story, and trust me, you probably wouldn't last a day. So before you get too comfortable, hit that like button if you enjoy this kind of deep dive. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Now, dim the lights, maybe grab a snack, and let's jump in. You wake up in the year 1253. Your bed is a lumpy sack stuffed with straw that smells faintly of goats, smoke, and something you really hope was food. You stretch, only to be reminded that the bath you had last week was basically a bucket of cold water and a prayer. Outside your window, if you can call a wooden shutter with a draft a window, you hear the rhythmic thunk-thunk of hammers. It's not random noise. It's a symphony of medieval ambition. The king is building something big. You step outside. The air is thick with the smell of wet earth, animal dung, and freshly cut timber. Somewhere, a cook is burning onions in a pot, and your stomach growls. But you're distracted by the sight in front of you, a rising wall of stone, already taller than the tallest oak in the forest. And here's the thing, it's going up fast. Like, suspiciously fast. We're talking Netflix series, level montage fast. You can't help but think, wait, how is this possible without cranes, bulldozers, or YouTube tutorials? Okay, pause. If you're thinking they just slapped some rocks together and called it a day, you'd be wrong. Dead wrong. Castles weren't just walls. They were precision-engineered fortresses, every curve and crevice designed for survival. And medieval kings, they had a trick up their sleeve so effective, it's the reason some of these structures are still standing today. But to understand their secret, you need to picture the stakes. A king's castle wasn't just a home, it was a symbol of power, a message to enemies that said, "Come at me, I dare you." Every stone was a chess piece in a game where losing meant your head on a spike. And in the middle of all this pressure, with war always one border away, they came up with a method so clever, so ahead of its time, it would make modern architects raise an eyebrow. You watch as workers drag massive blocks, each the size of your refrigerator, into place with nothing but ropes, pulleys, and sheer muscle. There's no shouting, no chaos. It's almost choreographed. And then you notice something strange. At first, you think your eyes are playing tricks on you. Some workers are stacking stones, but others, they're laying thin layers of something else between them. It's not mortar, at least, not the thick, sloppy stuff you've seen in modern brick walls. This is finer, almost powdery. They're treating it like gold, smoothing it with care, whispering to each other as if it's some kind of sacred ingredient. You edge closer. The smell hits you, sharp, mineral-rich, almost metallic. Not pleasant, but important. This is the secret sauce. The thing that makes the stones lock together like they were meant to stay that way for centuries. Imagine this. Every block of stone isn't just set down. It's married to the next one. The king's masons know exactly how to cut, align, and seal each piece so the weight of the wall makes it stronger over time, not weaker. Rain, wind, siege engines slamming into it like angry rams. All it does is make the walls grip harder, like a clenched fist. And here's the real kicker. This wasn't just craftsmanship. It was chemistry. Medieval chemistry. Alchemy, even. The recipe, kept in the heads of a handful of royal masons, passed down like an oath. If one of them betrayed it, well, let's just say the Middle Ages weren't exactly big on severance packages. Now you're probably thinking, okay, but Dennis, what was in it? And I'd love to tell you, but that would ruin the surprise. Plus, we haven't even gotten to the part where the king's builders pull a move so audacious. It would make an engineer today both furious and impressed. Because the real magic wasn't just in what they built with, it was where and how they built it. And if you thought the powder between those stones was strange, wait until you see what they buried under them. You glance down. The ground isn't just dirt, it's layered, packed, engineered. It feels unnervingly solid, like it's daring you to try and shake it. But here's the thing, this land wasn't naturally like this. Before a single stone was laid, the king's men transformed the earth itself into a fortress. They dug deep, really deep, hauling away loose soil, replacing it with a mix of gravel, lime, and crushed stone until the ground was as unyielding as the walls that would stand on it. Think of it like medieval rebar, except it's dirt science. And here's the part your modern brain might not like. Sometimes, they'd even flood the foundation pit on purpose, not to weaken it, but to test it. If the ground held steady under waterlogged weight, then they knew it could withstand armies, earthquakes, and time itself. You can hear the slosh of water seeping through the gravel bed. You can smell the damp earth, rich and metallic from the lime. It's the scent of permanence. Somewhere above, the clink of chisel against stone keeps time like a metronome. The workers know this isn't just about stability, it's about psychology. A castle on solid ground sends a silent message. We are not moving, ever. But here's the thing, solid foundations and secret mortar recipes, that was just the warm-up. Because once the ground was set and the walls began to rise, kings had one more trick. Something you wouldn't see unless you were inside the construction process itself. And it's the reason attacking one of these fortresses was less like storming a building and more like stepping into a trap you didn't even know was there. The real question is, what exactly were they hiding inside those walls? You run your hand along the stone. It's cold, rough, but then you notice something odd. These walls aren't just solid blocks of rock. They're hollow in places. Not everywhere, just in deliberate strategic sections. From the outside, you'd never know. But step inside, and you'd find narrow chambers, twisting passageways, and hidden voids stuffed with. Well, that depends on the king's mood. Sometimes it was spare weapons, sometimes food. Sometimes, and this is where it gets really fun, things that were meant to make invaders regret ever showing up. We're talking murder holes, gaps in the ceiling that let defenders drop rocks, boiling water, or, if they were feeling extra dramatic, molten pitch onto anyone foolish enough to be underneath. And because the walls were so thick, these surprises could be hidden right where attackers thought they were safe. Picture it. You're an enemy soldier, panting from charging across the muddy field, rain in your eyes, your sword feeling heavier by the second. You finally make it under the cover of the castle wall, thinking you're safe from arrows, and then splat. Boiling water cascades over you, steam hissing, your armor suddenly cooking you like a medieval lobster. That's when you realize you weren't undercover. You were in the perfect kill zone. But the most mind-blowing part isn't just that the walls could kill you, it's that they could move. Yes, you heard me. Medieval kings had a way of making parts of their castles shift, seal off, or even collapse on command. And the way they pulled it off, well, let's just say it involved a mix of carpentry, cunning, and one very surprising source of power. At first, you think it's your imagination, a faint creak, a vibration underfoot. But then, like something out of a fever dream, a section of the wall itself shudders and swings. Not like a flimsy door, this is solid stone, pivoting as if it weighs nothing. It's a hidden gateway, wide enough for a man on horseback to pass through, and it's not there by accident. Kings built these movable sections to either sneak troops out for a surprise flank or lure enemies into what looked like an escape route, only to seal it shut and trap them inside. The mechanism, timber beams, counterweights, and ropes hidden deep within the wall's guts, all balanced so perfectly that a single soldier could operate it. And here's the kicker. Sometimes the door wasn't for people at all. It was for dropping things heavy, crushing, final things. You can hear the groan of the timbers, the grinding of stone against stone. Dust rains down, coating your tongue with the taste of lime and grit. The air inside the wall is damp, close, and smells faintly of oiled rope and old wood, like the inside of a forgotten ship. And standing there, you realize you're inside a living thing. This isn't just a fortress. It's a machine. But that's only part of it, because behind these moving walls was another layer of defense, one so bizarre and yet so effective, modern engineers still debate whether it was genius or madness. And to understand it, you'd have to follow the king's masons into the one place no outsider was ever allowed to see. The place where stone met strategy. It's dark, too dark. The only light comes from a torch, and even that seems to cower against the shadows clinging to the walls. The air is thick, stale, heavy, carrying a faint tang of iron. You duck through a low archway, following the murmurs of the king's most trusted builders. They're not just stonemasons, they're engineers, planners, magicians of war. And what you see in the flickering torchlight is wrong. It's not a workshop, it's a map. The floor itself is carved into a miniature model of the castle and the land around it. Tiny wooden gates, carved hills, even little clay rivers, all meticulously placed. But it's the hollow spaces in the model that make your stomach turn, because those gaps match something you've seen before. The masons are whispering about dead corridors and false towers. You catch phrases like collapse point and diversion chamber. This is where the true castle exists, not above ground, but in the invisible lines no outsider would ever notice. And that's when you realize the king's real power wasn't just building walls, it was controlling space. He could decide exactly where an enemy would run, where they'd hide, and, most importantly, where they'd die. Your hand brushes the edge of the carved map, and you feel something shift, a tiny click, almost like a lock opening. One of the masons freezes, his eyes darting to you, and suddenly the torchlight feels too bright, because somewhere behind you, deep within the real castle, you hear a sound, a low, grinding rumble. Something has just been set in motion. The rumble grows louder, echoing through the stone like the belly of some ancient beast. You can feel it in your feet, up your legs, a slow, deliberate tremor. Somewhere above, shouts ring out, not panicked, but purposeful, coordinated. The masons exchange a glance you can't read. One of them smirks, almost pitying, as if you've just stepped into the last chapter of a book you didn't know you were in. The grinding stops. Silence, then a distant thud. And that's when it hits you. This castle isn't just built to keep enemies out. It's built to decide who never leaves. And the only question now is whether you're standing on the right side of that decision.